This is the apartment I've been living in for the past 3.5 years. I've had good, awesome, and also some bad memories in here. I just graduated from college and decided that it's time for a change. Which is why I decided to move out of here and to fit only the necessary stuff onto a bike. I have about a month left until I'll be starting on a 1.5 years adventure into the unknown, and I want to show you the journey before the journey. How it all starts. Until recently, my plan was to start my master's this fall and to do a small break in between. But instead, I now decided to throw that whole plan overboard and to go on the biggest adventure of my life. I want to tell you the story of how this dream becomes a reality, how the simple idea of a gap year becomes a journey to live as freely as I possibly can. Just me and my bike. I have never really solo traveled before, let alone have I gone on a cycling trip which was longer than from my home to uni. So as of today, there's only about a month left until I embark on that journey. And trust me, there is still so much to do. But before I can worry about anything else, I need one big essential thing for my bike trip. A bike! And we'll get that right here. But luckily I don't have to do that alone. But instead I got my good friend Carl. Woo! Little did I know that this will be the first day out of 4 that I will come here. And we really took our time to test some bikes and really learn the difference between mountain bikes and gravel bikes. We then got recommended a bike which I was already set on buying.
Ich will noch nicht entscheiden, wer besser aussieht, du oder das Fahrrad.
I had only 9 gears, but I thought this wouldn't be a big deal and rather an advantage, since there's less that could break apart. Luckily, Carl advised me to think it through again.
Egal was du machst, ich würde immer eine Nacht drüber schlafen. Egal wie geil du bist.
So I thought, well, I should probably listen to that advice. So that's what I did. But we didn't leave without taking a look at saddles. And we even got our booties measured.
Stange, die Füße da drauf.
Und jetzt noch ein Kickflip.
Dann links und rechts am Sitz greifen.
Ja, okay, verstehe.
Ja, und dann ziehst du dich quasi mit den Fotos da rein. Im Idealfall.
Das sieht ehrlich gesagt richtig satisfying
Dann darfst du auch schon wieder aufstehen.
Ja. Okay.
Du darfst gerne wieder aufstehen.
Perfekt.
Ja. Okay. Und Muskeltraining.
Okay.
Und dann darfst du auch gerne wieder aufstehen. So, jetzt schauen wir mal.
Zeig mal deinen Po. Richtig satisfying. Guck mal, so richtig 2 Spots. Ja. Wer hat das gebärfreudigere Beckenteil?
So the next day we came back. I met up with Carl, went inside. We picked it up and I did a small round of test driving.
Speed.
Basically, was already fixed to decide for one bike. We saw this other bike. It was nice because it had these points where you could fixate your back at the front gavel.
Yeah.
It also has more gears, so I'll probably get that bike.
I think I like the new bike more.
Yeah, it's way better.
Yeah.
Or to put it into Carl's words.
Dann, ich weiß nicht, war das so Zufall? Wir haben das nur gesehen und dann geguckt und dann kam das raus, dass das richtig geil ist.
Ja.
Dann haben wir den Input bekommen mit den 21 Gängen, die wichtig sind. Dann mit den Seilzügen habe ich die Bestätigung, dass das eine gute Idee ist.
Stimmt.
Mit der Bremse. Und jetzt habe ich bei dem Fahrrad wirklich nichts mehr, wo ich mir denke so, wie macht man das, wie kann man das Problem lösen, was man hat? Mir fällt kein Problem ein. Ja. Und das Geld passt.
Ja, auf jeden Fall.
Ich weiß nicht, was ich jetzt noch falsch finden soll. Also ich habe ein sehr gutes Gefühl.
There it is. Dang, this is it. I finally got the bike. And this angle is quite awkward. Oh, fuck. So, I still haven't told you anything about my plan so far. So I think it's time that you learn where this journey is even headed. My plans are quite simple. I want to take a year or so to explore Europe and to travel slowly. I want to use my time to get to know Europe better. I mean, after all, it's a continent I grew up at and will probably live on for the rest of my life. I'll be starting in Bremen and will make my way up to Norway with the bike, where I'll be woofing in the south for 2 months at 2 different farms. Maybe I'll stay in Scandinavia, maybe I'll head south, but I'm pretty sure that it'll unfold by itself, driven by the people and places I'll meet. At least that's what I hope. Now, back to what happened in March. So, I'm sitting at home and I got my new bike with me. It's a great feeling to have that here and to see that the biggest step of this preparation is finished. I got it, you know, it's right here. But it feels like there's still so much to do. This is quite exhausting because there are a lot of smaller things that I need to buy and a lot of small little decisions that I have to make and that sort of wear me out. But I think it's also important to mention that, to describe that phase of preparation. You know, when you watch all these bikepacking movies like Biking Borders, there's little to no information of how the preparation is going, and I think it's important to share that, since for me it's quite difficult right now, and I'm so confused. I'm just horribly anxious that I get something wrong, something that doesn't fit, and that just makes it quite hard for me to really get into the mood for that journey. But I've never done this before. I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know anything about bicycles. Another thing is, I'm leaving all my friends behind and knowing that I won't be seeing them for at least 2.5 years. I'll probably study somewhere else anyways, so it's a farewell, and that really makes me sad because I really like the people. So after Carl fell sick a couple of weeks back with COVID, and I went into my little crisis of this is way too much for me, and I recovered from that, and Carl recovered from his COVID, and I went on vacation last week, and now I'm back, and now I finally got the courage and the motivation and the time, and Carl found the time to go back to the bike store and to finally buy the last of the pieces that we needed. But let me show you. So I got this bag for the front. People told me I probably also need a light, so I got the Sigma Mail light. Something to put the phone on. That means to put air into the tire. And most importantly, I got these front roll-out bike bags and a rack to mount that all. I also recently got these Schutzblech auf Englisch. Mudguard. Okay, da steht drauf. And I also recently got these mudguards for the wheels. Well, I went a bit of an online shopping spree. Got these bike bags. These two. They used, but whatever.
and this blue back rack. And now I have these yellow front riders, which I already showed. And my bike will be very colorful, except for the front bag, which won't be colorful. It's gray. Right now the bike is quite unequipped, but we'll change that. But Carl will change it, and I'll...
no idea how this works.
I'll cheer him up.
Mashallah, die bleiben. Und jetzt nehme ich einfach mal. Also muss die nach außen. Ich weiß nicht, ob die auf diesem Eckstück hier hält, ob die zuklipsen kann.
This thing fits, and this is the closest that you can put this rig to the center. But the rig is positioned just here with this bar to the left. So you can't put that together. Since the bag didn't really fit onto the rack, we have to exchange the rack and get a new one, and hopefully this works. Today I got the new rack for the luggage, and Carl mounted it again, and damn, the bag's attached to the bike. That's an awesome feeling, to be honest. What do you say?
I'm not even getting paid.
Now get back to work! It was so exciting to see that bike taking on shape, and my positivity started to blossom again. What happened next is something I couldn't have foreseen. Something that you can't really plan with, and that was falling in love. This is Jule, and to the left you see me on a train to Switzerland. I met Jule a couple of weeks before. We matched half a year back already on an app and texted from time to time. But it was in March when we first met. I know I'm a hopeless romantic, but it was love on the first sight. In order to use the little time that we have left, we took a short vacation to Bern in Switzerland.
Share with me all of your pain. I won't share your love. I need all your love. All the soldiers say it'll be alright. We may make it through the war.
Even though I'm sadly aware that I won't be seeing Jule for a long time now, she made me realize that I always can come back. I'll always be able to call my friends, or even to return for a while, in case the world becomes too overwhelming for me. It was through her that I really realized how valuable all these little moments are that I can still experience with my friends. The ringing of my friends' laughter, the absolute zero fucks that we give when we dance, or the quiet time while dinner when they take another spoon of the curry into their mouth. Alright, we've almost packed everything, and I'm ready to move out. See? That's exciting, but it's also very, very sad, because, well, this has been my home for the past 3.5 years, and just
leaving this behind, that's quite the step. During that trip to Bern, I realized how much I enjoy traveling on a budget. The people you meet and the situations that you'll find yourself in are the true treasures that I'm seeking for my travels. It made me look forward to my travels, to finally see all this preparation and emotional work finally bearing fruits is quite incredible. I think the main takeaway that I have from the past month is how unpredictable life can be, and that you'll get through it if you keep an open mind for whatever may come. There's no denying the fact that saying farewell is incredibly hard, and dealing with your own anxiety and stress can be extremely exhausting. Especially now that I'm living through my last days here, I feel more overwhelmed than ever. Being aware of not seeing your partner and your friends for such a long time really hurts. But I'm also aware that I'm doing this trip for me, and for me alone, and that I can always return if I like. Everything I've been working for the last months comes together at these last days, which is why I'm so excited to finally start. I think I can safely say that I mastered the journey before the journey, and that I'm ready and excited for what's to come, and I can't wait to finally start.